Welcome back for a bonus video in the unit testing in Java series. I found a bug I made in one of the last videos, so we're going to discuss that. But I'm also going to show you what happens when we've got some bugs in our application and prove that the tests can find it. So let's start with putting a bug in this application. You can see both tests are passing at the moment, but we'll move this balance update to outside the if statement. So that means we're going to update our balance even in the rejection case. So that should make our rejection test fail. And the one testing a successful withdrawal should still pass because there's no difference. All right, so let's give that a whirl and see what happens. All right, so we've run the two tests and they've both failed, which is not what we expected. Okay, so the rejection one has failed because we've got a balance of -1 when it should have been 100. So that's what we expected. But why did the successful withdrawal test fail? Well, it said expected true, but it got a false. So how could that possibly happen? Okay, so we're expected to return true in the successful case, but it got a false, which means the amount was greater than the balance. Okay, so in our test, the amount of 30 is greater than the balance, and the balance should be 100. How could that possibly be? Well, the reason is because it's running the withdrawal first. That takes its balance down to -1, and then it runs a successful test, and the balance is still -1, and therefore it fails that test as well. Now, you may ask, well, isn't it supposed to run this setup in between every test? So it should reset the balance to 100 before this successful test. Yes, that was the intention, but this is my mistake. I had at before all there instead of at each. So at each is the annotation that runs between each test. So we'll need to import the each, and we can get rid of the all. And it shouldn't be static. All right, so that's what we should have been doing. We should have been running this setup in between every test, so it resets the balance to 100. So now that the balance is going to be reset to 100 before this successful test, it should pass. So we'll run that and see if that works. Okay, excellent. So the test for successful withdrawal is now passing, but the rejection one is failing because we deliberately put that bug in. Okay, so let's put it back. So we're only updating the balance when it's less than the current balance, and rerun that. And both tests are passing again, which is what we wanted. And so we've found a bug in our test cases. We had before all instead of before each. And we've fixed that, and all our tests are passing again. Okay, thank you for listening.